Do you think banana peels are combustible? They're probably not.
Nah.
Let's try it. You know what it is? You think I'm not. It's just those headphones are better quality.
Yeah, they are. We need to get you some better quality headphones. Those ones are like really, really wide. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, it literally cups my whole ear.
Yeah, it's not the best. Okay. But it's also the hijab going over it too. So you're getting like muffled on top of that.
That's racist.
What?
That's discriminatory.
Nah. I hate, what's annoying nowadays?
That's right.
Everybody be using the black card. Like they just be throwing in the race card way too early into a situation.
I know it's not racism. I just was thinking of the meme.
No, but like that's just a thing that I've been seeing recently. Like there was a girl, I think I was seeing a video where she went to like a Mexican restaurant or some restaurant in California, and one of the prerequisites was that the person needed to know Spanish. And
to work there or to eat
work
there?
there.
Oh, okay.
And she applied for the job, and they're like, "Do you know Spanish?" She's like, "No." And they're like, "Okay, we can't hire you." And she's like, "Why? Like, this is discrimination or whatever." She goes into her car, makes a whole TikTok rant about it, and eventually gets to the point where she's like, "I think it's because I'm a black woman." And I was like, "You are the most dense." And then the person reacting to this, who I initially saw the video from, he's like, "I'm Asian. I don't know any Spanish. If you and I went into that interview, we would have both came out with the same outcome of not getting the job. It had nothing to do with your race in this moment." And then like she went to like a Panda Express, and they also had the prerequisite of knowing Spanish just due to the area and like the customer base they have. And she called that discrimination as well. But like the way that she insinuated like, "Oh, you need to know Spanish to work at Panda Express," like it's more of an Asian
I was just thinking
restaurant,
that.
and like it would make more sense to be more to speak Chinese or some type of whatever language she was insinuating that normally she would expect to be spoken there. And then I found out that Panda Express is actually made in like Pasadena, California. It's not like not related to Chinese cuisine at all. Like as
it
in
like
the
inspired
origins.
by?
Exactly. It's like inspired by, and like a lot of the things inside there are not really Asian dishes. Like apparently orange chicken is not an Asian dish.
It's not like Hakka?
Yeah, or something like that. Like they're not
Asian fusion?
authentic Chinese, or I think that's what it's usually inspired by, like Chinese dishes.
Yeah.
Or chow mein apparently is not traditional Chinese dish.
Yeah, I feel like chow mein is only available in like Hakka places.
Yeah, and it's also like when people get disappointed when they go to like an authentic taco joint and there's only meat inside of the bread.
And there's no like
there's
shrimp
nothing else, like no toppings, no nothing, and they're like, "Where's everything?" And because they're expecting like the salad or like the iceberg lettuce with the cheese and the tomatoes and all that.
That's because they're thinking of Taco Bell.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. That was just an interesting thing that I recently saw. You know what else annoys me? Okay, I'm just starting off with like things that annoy me.
Starting off with a rant.
Yeah, I think I even had this on the docket, but like I'm gonna jump onto it earlier. Canadians are the most like annoying and pretentious people online. Specifically, Canadians outside of Toronto. And you'll know why. And when it comes to comments, and you know why? I saw a video of a girl. Her first mistake was saying she moved from Texas to Canada. You got to be more specific, or you're gonna get everybody already riled up, which is what I'm leading to. And she starts saying like, "Oh, the major differences between Canada or Texas and Canada." And
Wait,
she starts
moved
listing
from Canada to Texas?
No, from Texas to Canada.
So she's American.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like she starts going down a list of different things that we do, like saying washroom, bathroom, blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. And of course, all these people from outside of Toronto are like, "Yeah, we don't have that, the whole bag milk thing is an only Ontario thing." And like they start saying how like these are things that are really just specific to Toronto. But then we like start catching strays here. They're like, "Yeah, we don't even consider Toronto part of Canada." I'm like, and you see like 1,000 likes on that. Like, when did we get? Where's all the Toronto hate coming from? Like, we're literally more than a quarter of the population of the country. Chill, okay?
Think of it this way.
What?
Okay. Toronto is like Canada's all-star like favorite child. the rest of the provinces, the rest of the cities in Canada are like,
Is it really though?
yeah, kind of.
It like to the rest of the world it is. But I feel like everybody in the rest of the Canada resents Toronto. Like they hate Toronto. They have a
It depends on your vibe. If you're into the big city, like fast-paced life,
but it's not that.
Toronto,
I don't think it's because of that. I think they have like a negative connotation of Torontonians.
because they're jealous.
They are. Y'all are jealous of us, okay? Just because y'all gotta
it's just like it's
I'm
like
playing, I'm
think
playing.
of it this way, right? Like Toronto is not for everybody.
But yeah, but why do we like? I don't go out of my way to make fun of people outside of Toronto. We don't think about y'all to begin with.
You don't.
I'm playing. Okay?
Damn, not him doing the shit.
Hey, you know I'm heated off these comments, okay? Because they were going in on us.
Why are
okay?
you so offended though? Like,
I don't know, because like it's just the way they say it,
yeah.
and it's always the same display picture of someone like grizzled white dude with a beard and these like those visor glasses, the ones that have like you can't see their eyes, but it has that weird reflection of it, the blue reflection. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay,
He's probably from like Saskatchewan or something.
somewhere, okay, outside of Ontario, or out of Toronto, or Toronto.
I think Alberta kind of like, you know, made its mark during the pandemic because like Canadians couldn't go anywhere else. So like, let's all go to Banff.
Yeah, but you think like people from Toronto went out of
Well,
the
this is
city
what I
and
think.
like
I
started
think
messing with them?
no.
What?
I don't think that's the case. I just think like the rest of the provinces in Canada may not have as much like attraction. They don't have as much appeal unless you're like really into history. Like you wouldn't necessarily care to go to like the East Coast, like, you know, Newfoundland and all those areas there. And then unless you are into nature, you wouldn't really consider going to like BC or you know, Alberta and stuff. So like when people think of Canada, usually, unless they have family, of course, but like usually you think of like Toronto, sometimes Montreal, sometimes Ottawa. I don't know if you care to see the Parliament, but
yeah, I guess you know what, I can see what they mean, because it can be annoying when people keep saying, "Oh, I moved from their specific city, in her case Texas, to Canada." That's like saying I moved from Toronto to like Ethiopia. It's like, where in Ethiopia? This is like
yeah, but like it's like you wouldn't catch someone saying like I moved from Toronto to America.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is in the United States, they have a lot of major cities in the United States. They have New York, they have LA, they have Miami, they have you know, Chicago. They've got like so many major cities that, and each city is such a different vibe and its own niche thing, like in that part of this, like the state. But most people outside of Canada don't really know the breakdown of provinces and cities in Canada. Yeah, you know. So when they think of Canada, 7 times out of 10 they're gonna think of Toronto.
Yeah, but my major gripe was the fact that we just started catching strays for no reason. Like, sure, there's differences or whatever, but like, don't start like bad mouthing us. I know we have a rep around the rest of the country, but
you know what?
What?
They always say when you have haters, it means you've made it. So.
I guess it's more of like, it's like the wheel that, not wheel, the thing that eats its own tail. I forget what it is. It's basically like, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? It's like, did the hate come first, or did like the annoying Torontonians come first? If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, what made them resent Torontonians to begin with? I think it's because they assumed that we had a big head about living in the big city.
That, or maybe they're just tired of people outside of Canada thinking that all Canadians are like Torontonians.
But it's not our fault.
I know it's not our fault.
It's not our fault. We're so great.
Amir.
I'm trying to instigate it. Okay.
On that note,
yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of the Cousin
Connection
podcast. Before you guys listen to the rest of this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers. We actually just hit 2,900 this morning. I saw
910 or something like that. No?
Oh, we already hit 910.
I think so, yeah.
Ooh.
Like
We are so close to 3,000. Make sure you guys subscribe. It'd be so cool if we hit 3,000 right before Ramadan. We have about a week and a half, 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
So you know what to do. Subscribe. If you want to see more videos from us, we have a lot of different content coming up in the next like couple of months. Very exciting things. So yeah, let's get into our episode.
You know what else grinds my gears, Sara?
Let's hear it. Sara's.
Sara. Why did I
Edit
say
like
it
a
like
bunch
that?
of me, Sara.
Okay, you know what else grinds my gears, Sara?
Yeah.
Whenever you lose something, the last thing I've learned now, the last thing you should do is tell your parents about it. Because first off, your parents will be the least helpful when it comes to finding that object.
Yeah.
And then they'll randomly just turn on you and start insulting you for having a bad memory.
I mean,
No. Okay. Oh, shoot. Why am I so loud? My bad. Let me turn myself down. Which one am I? Am I this one? Yeah, I am this one. Okay. I'm going to turn you up and turn me down. Okay. No. Okay. So to give you an example, today, technically yesterday, I had forgotten my wallet. Like I left it somewhere. I knew it was either in my car or in my room, right? And then I just forgot to look for it. And then this morning I was going to the gym and I went into the car and I didn't find it there initially. So I kind of already knew not to say anything, right? Just to start looking for it. But you know, people can tell. They can see it in your face when you're looking for something. The moment my mom saw me, she's like, "What happened?" I was like, "Oh, I think like, oh, I'm just looking for my wallet." Like I almost acted like I knew where it was. I was just kind of getting it, but she could tell that I lost it. So at first she's like, "Oh, okay, where do you think you last left it, whatever?" And then like as she's looking for it, then I start like catching strays again. She's like, "Yeah, you always be forgetting stuff. How could you be so dumb?" Like in our own language, right?
I know, and it stings even more.
Exactly. I'm like, and literally at one point I'm like, "Why are you insulting me?"
Can you blame Amir?
No, but
Your wallet, though?
So okay, let's say you had a child. Would you start randomly insulting them? How does that like help the situation?
Well, my situation's different. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I lose things because my mom likes to put them away for me. I like to use the term hide.
Yeah.
She hides them from me.
Yeah.
She claims that she puts it away for me.
Yeah.
Okay? And I don't know why I'm so
no, because
quiet.
you need to turn it into your mouth.
Like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, it happens all the time. It actually happened today. I was building my bed.
Yeah.
And I needed a screwdriver because I was using like an Allen key. I feel so smart knowing that term. By the way. Because I didn't know what it meant 2 days ago.
The basic too, guys.
So I was like, "Mom, where's the screwdriver?" And my dad's also not here, right? So usually he would just make it, but like
because they always need a man in the house. I'm just saying, okay.
Yeah, it's true.
You literally just make my way.
So yeah. So anyways, I'm like, "Do you know where this? Like, it's a specific screwdriver. Like the one that I had was kind of not that great."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Do you know where that one is?" And she's like, "Why do you think I just automatically know where things are?" I'm like, "Because you do."
Yeah.
So by the time, and I was upstairs and she was downstairs. By the time I made it downstairs, she was like the way she was even like looking through the cabinet above the fridge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would a screwdriver
you haven't looked in there for 20 years.
Right. I'm like, why would it even be in there?
Yeah.
And she pulled it out. The one that I was thinking of. Like the screwdriver.
So it was there?
Yeah. So I'm like, how did you even know it was there? And she looked at me and she goes, you know that?
Yeah. The meme?
Yeah. She literally did that to me. And
Yeah.
it's like the amount of times, like, okay, here's a good one. This one time, it was this past summer.
Yeah.
I was borrowing Nabat's car and I had to go somewhere. So I'm like, where the F did I put her keys? I couldn't find it. I felt like I was ripping the house apart.
Yeah.
So I called my mom from work. I'm like, do you know where I put her keys? She's like, you're always throwing the keys around.
See what I say? They just start insulting you.
Yeah. She was totally insulting me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I hear you. And I really have to, like, I'm in a rush.
It's the least pragmatic thing in the world.
Yeah, I was like, I'm in a rush. I really need to go. Can you just tell me where the keys are? She goes, open the pantry and check under the coffee grinds.
What?
I was like, what? So she's on the phone. Yeah. I literally pick it up and I couldn't stop laughing because I'm like, who even thinks to put car keys in a pantry under the coffee, like the tin?
Nah.
So then you know what her explanation was?
What?
She's like, what if someone broke into the house and wanted to steal the car?
See, we should start doing the same thing to them.
No, but then I'm like, you're more concerned about someone wanting to steal the car than your own daughter being potentially murdered by someone who broke into the house? And she was like, I'm just saying, like, you just left it on the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, well, where else am I supposed to put it?
Yeah.
Anyways.
No, but it shows you That like,
But she insulted me
yeah,
for something that she hid. Like when I lose things because I put them away, like
yeah,
it's usually because I have a method to the madness. Okay, I put things where I know I'll remember where they are.
yeah.
And she started giving me things because she'll like not hide, she'll put things in places thinking she'll remember, and she completely forgets.
So she gives it to you?
Yeah, like her passport. Like
wait, so she has the gall.
Yeah.
To insult you about your memory, but then comes to you to put stuff away for her because she knows she has a bad memory.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, like I actually, alhamdulillah, mashallah, Allahumma barik, I have a great memory when it comes to that kind of stuff. I actually do.
Yeah.
Like those kind of things I actually remember, like these things. It's so funny. And she's probably going to listen to this and be like, how could you talk about me on your podcast?
Yeah.
Why would you say that? But it's so funny. It always makes me laugh.
You say like she's gonna text it. You live in the same house.
Yeah,
she won't come up to you. She gonna pull up to your door.
She really will. Shit. Maybe we should cut this part out.
Don't worry.
She knows we're asleep.
Exactly.
Damn it. But yeah, she'll put things away and she'll always be like, oh, let me put it away for you. Like you don't know where to put things nicely. Yeah. And I'm like, all right, I trust her, but she doesn't remember where they go. Oh shit.
What just happened? You pulled it.
She doesn't
pull out the headphones.
She doesn't remember where she put them, and like it takes her, like she'll be like, okay, hold on, let me think. And she has to she has like a That's So Raven moment where she's like thinking like where
like I did in the last episode.
She's like trying to envision her steps, like where did I
or like you mentioned last time, Jimmy Neutron, brain blast.
That's literally her sometimes, and it's a hit or miss.
Yeah, but
like I watch her.
Yeah.
And when she remembers, she like walks over to the place with the biggest smile, and she'll be like, "You see, your mom is so smart."
Oh my god! And then they have the shoot. What's that word?
The audacity.
The audacity.
The audacity.
The audacity.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, guys.
And I don't know if you should know by now. In case you didn't, our moms are sisters.
Yeah.
So a lot of their personality, they have some differences, but they are so alike, like so alike that it's like almost scary. Yeah. The way that they act.
But your mom's more chill than mine. Okay. Really? No. She's good at hiding it then.
You think I was more chill?
Than mine? Yeah. You know? What? Are you going to talk about one of the traumatizing?
Have you ever seen them together? You know when they're together.
But like, that's more of them just being super loud.
You know what I realized, Amir? Yeah. Our mom's side, they are all loud.
They are
like, they just have loud talking phones.
When they're all inside one room, the whole neighborhood hears their conversations.
Literally, remember when we were in Ethiopia?
Yeah.
And it was like our two moms, their two other sisters, all together. And it was just like loud all the time. And our grandma, I miss her. I miss Umma. But like, imagine all of them. It was always like chaotic, but I miss that. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, they are. My mom is like chill, but
maybe she's like more like sneaky.
She's chill. She actually is pretty chill. Yeah. But like, if you rile her up, then she'll.
No, my mom's always already at
she's already at like 99.
Like 8 or 9.
It only takes a little bit to get her to a 10.
There are sometimes she'll just look at me and then like get angry.
Why?
She'll already like have the like Scrooge face, like
she's just remembering things. Like,
I think
trigger
so.
her.
Yeah, I just trigger her. Yeah. Unless she's hungry, then she's like, oh.
Oh my. Okay, this is where our moms are the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Is your mom like a little dramatic when it comes to being hungry?
Is she dramatic? I don't know if she's dramatic. She's just like, she's better when she's fed.
My mom.
That sounds so wrong.
My mom straight up said to me on Friday.
Yeah.
So we came home from work. She's like, I'm so hungry. I'm going to die if I don't eat this second. Like verbatim said those words. Yeah. I was like, you're going to die. Ramadan is in like 2 weeks, bro. Yeah. What are you going to do? You're not going to fast? She's like, I don't know. I'm just so like, I feel like I'm going to die. And I'm pretty sure she called your mom and told your mom like, yeah, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Actually, no, I think they're opposites then. Because my mom, she like eats like a rabbit. She's like eats a little bit of food in the morning and thinks that's good for the rest of the day.
What?
I know.
Nah, that ain't good.
When I literally have to ask her like 3, 4, 5 times a day, like, what did you eat? I'll ask her before I used to say, did you eat?
Yeah.
And she'd say, yeah. But now she told me she lies to me. So I have to ask her, what did you eat specifically and break it down for me, like item by item.
Maybe you should just meal prep for her. Just meal prep for the whole family.
Yeah, people keep telling me like meal prep for her. And I'm like, that's so much work.
Speaking of meal
I'm
prepping.
lazy. What?
Did you ever submit your air fryer like I told you to? Amir, we're doing it after this. Anyone who purchased the Kosori air fryers in the last like 2 years, they're doing a huge recall, by the way. So you should submit your look it up on the Government of Canada website. You may be entitled to a brand new.
I never knew this before, but when they say like recall, like they don't actually take back the item.
You have to like
you just have to like send them a picture with like the power cable cut. But then I just realized for them, a little hack here, you can literally like just rewire back.
Yeah, honestly, like shout out to you because I still use the first day. I watched my air fryer for the full 20 minutes that it was cooking my fish.
What?
I was scared that it was
just
gonna
electricity. It's like 110 volts. That's nothing.
I know, but I thought it was gonna like catch on fire.
What?
And then I was like trying to remember like how the F to use a fire extinguisher because we have one. I just don't know how to use it.
How long has it been in there? Because you're supposed to like test it, I think, once a year.
Yeah, you're right. You're supposed to check the little pressure thingy, right? Yeah.
And I think you're supposed to it expires after like 5 years or something like that.
Yeah,
it's probably done now.
Is there an expiry date on it?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, there should be.
Where do you buy fire extinguishers?
Like
Home Depot?
Yeah, like Home Depot, Canadian Tire.
Don't you think they should be for free?
They should be. Because every house requires one. It's like a fire alarm.
Fire alarm? You buy those?
Yeah. Don't you?
Don't they just come with the house?
I think they do. But like sometimes you have to get them replaced, no? Do you? I have no idea.
Like, sometimes do you ever just think like, yo, where did it come from? What was its origin? Like, does it just appear?
Yeah, because I don't think we have a working fire extinguisher in the house. So hey, you can't say nothing. You don't have one either, okay?
We do. We just never used it.
But you don't know if it works.
Yeah, I don't.
We have to test it. Should we test it later?
What do you mean?
Just saying, like I have one in the basement. Like I have one, but like I don't know.
Are you
if
saying
it's
like we
still
should start a fire to test it, or are you just saying like
no? You can just test it. Aren't you supposed to?
Huh?
I think so. Leave it in the comments. Are you supposed to test a fire extinguisher?
If you have any fire marshals listening to this, they're like,
that'll be so fun. I want to try that.
No, because you're just gonna do it on me.
What?
It's like that weird white, like soapy material looking thing, right? What is it? What's in the fire extinguisher?
I think it's supposed to be like white material.
Yeah, it's white, but like, what is it? What is it made of? What
foam?
is it? No, it's not foam.
It's like fire retardant stuff.
What did you just say?
I don't know. It's made of what is fire extinguisher liquid made of?
What is in
It's probably made of like water and like soap. No, not soap.
No,
not soap.
Hold on.
We're really lost on this. We're way off. What were we talking about originally?
So it's comprised of, but not limited to, solutions of water and potassium acetate, potassium carbonate, potassium citrate.
So like bananas?
Or a combination.
It's like water and bananas mixed together.
Do you think banana peels are combustible? They're probably not.
Nah.
Let's try it.
Why would they be? Are any fruits combustible?
Like they probably light on fire. People like garbage on fire.
Fruits don't light on fire.
Yeah, they do.
Do fruits light on fire? No, they just crystallize. Because it's like sugar, right? Sugar crystallizes. Yeah, you gotta see what I'm talking. And it's literally made of like 90% water.
You've got a point.
Yeah. I know science, guys. Basically a chemist. Or chemist. Yeah. What else do we have?
You just snitching on yourself at this point.
Oh my god. We just had like a 20-minute tangent on like we're gonna get in trouble for that. Yeah.
Side note, my mom is finally gonna agree to come on the podcast.
She's wanted to be on the podcast, but like she's actually gonna come on.
Yeah, she said she would.
We should ask them to like tell us stories of back home. Like my mom told me a story the other day.
Well, let's hear it.
I can't remember it 100%. I'm really bad. Okay, I can't. But like essentially, like they were doing some charity work for their school back in like Nazareth.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they were taking like a bus or they were walking or something like that. They were traveling to another city called Mojo, which is a little further out from Nazareth, and apparently when they got there and the day was over, like their bus or something already left, so the whole class was stranded in this city called Mojo. And then she's like mentioned how they started crying. They didn't know what to do. Everybody was like freaking out. They were hungry. They were literally stranded in the middle of a town. They had no idea where they were. And then eventually like they were able to find random buses that were able to like hitchhike them back to the city. We have to get her on to tell the whole story.
Where were the teachers?
I think the teachers were lost too. I was like, how did your teachers get lost as well? You know what? I'll have to get this whole story. Okay?
Yeah, I feel like there are details missing.
Yeah, there's some details. I'll get back to you guys about this one. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I said last time?
Yeah.
I almost felt like the pain I felt was almost like related to like giving birth.
Yeah,
like,
I remember that.
This other pain that I had recently was like related to like period cramps. Like
you don't even know what period cramps feel like.
It was probably worse then, honestly. So.
You know what? Speaking of period cramps,
I'm trying to get everyone mad here.
we had some great suggestions in the DMs, my personal ones and our Cousin Connection page.
Yeah,
we're gonna get you to try the period simulator.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You mean the birth simulator?
The period. Oh.
Yeah, it's
the
a birth
labor. Yeah.
the
Cramps.
No. There's no way.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling that cramp ever again. Okay?
No.
That was a bad cramp.
Listen, if you're gonna have the audacity to compare your gym cramp to labor pains.
When did women have the authority to dictate what the most pain someone can feel is? And when did birth become the top of that? I can't feel there's nothing that feels worse than that. Getting a leg chopped off.
Listen, I don't want to get demonetized.
What?
But if you want me to be graphic on what happens to you when you
I'm just saying.
Imagine, Amir. Imagine your body is just normal. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead. When
a woman gets pregnant and the child is literally growing inside of her, you know your organs shift. Your body is basically making space. I know how the
anatomy works, okay?
It's making space for a baby that's like anywhere between 5 to 10 pounds. Sometimes they're bigger babies. Yeah. Right? So it's already like your insides are already shifting. That's one thing you have to get used to. Yeah. But then when your body is getting ready to like push a baby out, you know, I'm really, I don't know. First of all, okay, I've never given birth, but I've had enough friends and family who have, where I've heard every story that I'm like, wow, I feel like I've gone through this experience with you. But basically, not only, have you heard of the Ring of Fire?
The hell's a Ring of Fire?
Yeah, that's what I thought. What?
Oh, is that like the thing? It's like on fire? Like how it feels?
Imagine.
Yeah.
I can't be too graphic. This is we're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, use euphemisms or what do you call those things? What are like, metaphors?
Okay, imagine.
Now that you're thinking about it in your head, that's the only thing you can't even think of like an equivalent.
Imagine a donut. Yeah, you know, Tim Hortons donut. Okay. Yeah. And
you're trying to fit a truck through a donut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You know when you have to go number 2?
Yeah.
But you're constipated?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like I'm giving birth just the size of poops I've had.
You're disgusting. Stop.
Like, yo, sometimes I've had to do breathing exercises.
First of all, you know what will help you? Just get a poop stool. That'll help.
Yeah, you're like when you're giving birth to a lady, they put their legs up. I've had to do that with my legs.
No.
Put my legs on the tubs.
I've seen like this one lady was talking about her labor and delivery story, and she was saying that when you're lying down in the hospital bed, like it's actually such an uncomfortable position when they have your legs like basically up at your chest because you can't breathe properly, but they're telling you to push too, right? Yeah. But imagine imagine the pain that you feel when you're constipated. Yeah. But like times 100.
Yeah. That's like what my cramp felt like.
But imagine the donut and the truck is trying to come through. Yeah. And the donut is slowly like ripping
open.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've like almost bled sometimes after going.
Amir, no, we're not keeping that. We're not. You have to beep that out. You actually can't. You cannot. Have you ever had a hemorrhoid? You probably did.
I don't know. Maybe I have, honestly.
If you bled, you definitely pop some vessels down there.
And
This took a horrible turn. I don't even know if we can keep listening. All right, you know what? Let's just.
well, I was talking about like how I felt something bad this week too, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't know this. Okay, so every I go to work like 3 days out of the week. I go into work. Sorry. Okay, I go into work about 3 days out of the week, right? And on those days, usually for the morning for like my protein, usually I need about like 20 to 24 grams of protein. So what I'll do is I'll bring my like vegan sausage, and then they have bread in the freezer. And I would take, and this is like leftover bread.
Okay.
So I would take the bread out of the freezer. I put it into like the, what do you call it? The fryer, not the fryer, the toaster oven. And I would toast it with whatever and have like, and it was hot dog bread at first, right? And I was using that for like a good few months. There was a lot in there, right? And then I ran out of that, and I saw below it there was like burger buns, right? And I was like, I never used them before, so I pulled one out. It had like a bunch of like white stuff on it. I was like, oh, it's just some like, what do you call it again? Ice, right? So I just threw it in. I was like, oh, it'll just like melt away or whatever. And then I heated it up in the toaster oven, and I saw it still had a little bit of like white dust on it. I was like, oh, maybe that's like, you know, the dust from the bread or like from the ice. So I was like, whatever. So I made my sandwich. The bread was a little crispier than normal. Like it was a little like, it broke a little bit more than normal. And then I ate it, right? I made the whole sausage. I cut it up, whatever, put it inside there. And literally like 10 minutes later, I'm like, I felt like I was getting like a heart attack. I feel like a weird twinge at my heart. And then literally within a span of like 30 seconds to a minute after that, I was like on my desk, like curled over in pain, feeling like someone just stabbed me through the chest, like equivalent to like pure. But it felt like someone was stabbing me through the chest, and like I felt like heartburn before, and I thought it was just heartburn. Like maybe I just had too much sodium or whatever inside there. So I started like sitting there and just waiting for it to pass. Tell me why it's been like 30 minutes and the pain has not even subsided. It's actually gotten worse over time. And then I start talking to the guys, and like at this point, all my coworkers are like, what the hell's going on with you? Why are you curled over? Why are you in pain? Like I was like giving attitude to guys because I was just like, just freaking out. I didn't know what was going on at this point. And I started to explain to them like, oh, you know, guys already know. They already saw me getting the bread. And I was like, yeah, I got the hamburger bread. And they're like, hamburger bread? And I was like, yeah, you know, this is the frozen one is under the hot dogs. We're like, do you know when that was from? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's like from a barbecue, right? And like, you know when that barbecue was, right? It's like, yeah, it was last year in summer. And I was like, but it's in the freezer, right? Bread lasts forever in the freezer, doesn't it? And these guys are like, are you an idiot? Bread lasts like maybe, if it's been out and about like outside, it lasts maybe like 6 weeks in the freezer. I did not know this. So apparently I poisoned myself. And
did you go to the doctor?
I was like a minute away from going to the doctor. I like ran to I just remembered that my coworker had Pepto-Bismol in his desk because he randomly got sick at one point. As he took it and like chugged a good like
oh my God.
couple ounces of it, which it recommended 2 ounces. So I chugged that, and like within 5 minutes I was good. So apparently Pepto-Bismol helps with food poisoning as well.
It helps with heartburn for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it wasn't food poisoning exactly. Do you remember the whole thing? Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Yay, Pepto-Bismol. That's
but like,
everyone's.
You really tried to eat bread from last summer?
I didn't know that bread. I guess that's something you guys know now. Bread doesn't last forever in the fridge or in the freezer.
Why did you think it did?
Doesn't everything last forever in the freezer?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But like preserved items, like
that's if you freeze it before it goes bad. But if you already had the bread out for like a week or two,
it wasn't out for a week. It was out for a day. But maybe it's like
no.
If it's already frozen, it can last there forever. Mm-hmm. But like, how do those have shelf lives? Like the Hungry Man's and all those things. I don't know what you call those. The frozen dinners, all those stuff.
They have a shit ton of preservatives in them. That's what.
Doesn't bread have preservatives in it? I'm pretty sure it does.
It depends on the type of bread.
Yeah.
Makes it last longer than it probably should, but you know.
Okay, well, I guess life lesson here is don't eat year-old bread in the freezer. I was doing fine with the hot dog buns, which I'm pretty sure those hot dog buns were in the like same time range as those burgers. So yeah, so maybe it's a hit and miss thing.
Yeah,
I should have probably just paid more attention to the look of the bread, and
You're so
not
brave.
like brushed off the white stuff.
You eat the stuff in the fridge at work. I don't do that.
No, honestly, it's like if it's convenient, I'll do it. It's
We have hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, I can do that. You know what I got recently? I got like
What?
these like little square trays. That I put like a couple eggs in, and it comes out like the ones at McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I saw one of my friends has like you put it in the microwave and you can cook it in like.
Well,
60
I don't put
seconds.
microwave.
I know. I always find it weird to cook eggs in the microwave.
Even the microwaves are safe. People think that they're not safe, but
yeah,
they're
they
fine.
say that it gives you cancer.
It doesn't give you
The
cancer.
radiation.
It literally just excites like water molecules.
If you really like look into everything, like anything can give you cancer.
Yeah, there's that whole thing in California where like everything has a cancer warning on it. Everything, because like apparently there's a rule in California where if it even has a 0.0000001% chance of giving you cancer, they have to put a label on it saying warning, this may give you cancer.
Damn.
Yeah. And
That's serious.
and because of that, literally everything has that label on it. It's I don't know, but yeah, so it just shows you everything can kind of in some way someone probably found out that it can give you cancer, but the chances of it are so low, it's negligible.
So one of my friends had a bridal shower and I was at the grocery store picking up the cake and I was asked to buy like the non-alcoholic bubbly drinks.
Yeah.
So I was at Metro and I'm like, okay, where would I find it? So I checked like the pop section.
Yeah.
But they have the pop section in the like alcohol section. And I kind of forgot that like they sell alcohol now in grocery stores.
Yeah.
So I walked over there and I felt so like
Weird being in an alcohol section.
as a hijabi.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh my God, people are going to see, like, not that I'm going to buy alcohol, but like,
Yeah.
what is my ass doing here looking at wine bottles,
Yeah.
So,
And then you're picking up something that looks like a wine bottle.
right. So then I'm looking and I'm trying to find so they have a non-alcoholic section. It's actually called non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah. No, but that's
So then
a
I'm looking
misnomer.
at it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't feel right purchasing this. So I'm trying to find the bubbly, it's just like carbonated water that's flavored.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find those. And then I see like, it says like 0.0% alcohol, but I'm like 0.0.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I trust this. So I read it and I stood there like confused out of my mind because I'm like, what does de-alcoholized mean?
I think they evaporated it out of the drink. So it's technically the reason it says 0.0 is because it used to have alcohol in it, but then they burned the alcohol out of it, so it's left with just the flavoring.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I was looking, right, and I was like, I don't know if I trust this.
Yeah.
So I panicked and I called Nabat and I was like, what do I do? She's like, let me see. So I FaceTime her and I showed her and she's like, yeah, I wouldn't buy that if I were you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, all right, what do you want? She's like, forget it. We could just have water.
Yeah.
She's like, we'll just put ginger ale in the cup. It's fine.
Yeah, I think people just buy it because it looks nice. Like having those like large bottles, just the shape of it or whatever.
Yeah, but like
it's a very
Costco
Western
has like
thing.
I feel like Costco has like the normal ones that we always drink.
Yeah,
like where
just buy Vimto, man.
Vimto.
Yeah, Vimto
it's
is
like a
like
thick syrup.
Yeah, but like it's our culture, Why are we trying to emulate their culture?
Yeah, you right.
We have our own, okay?
Did you ever drink Vimto with milk? It's fire.
Sara?
It tastes like strawberry milk. It's so good.
Nah.
Yo, okay. Any of you guys, East Africans, just like, I don't know. I feel like other people know what Vimto is too.
That it is an out of drink.
Oh, okay, whatever. Anyways, if y'all know what Vimto is,
Yeah.
let us know how you drink it.
I feel like every
Did you drink it with ginger ale
Muslim
or milk?
household at least had Vimto once in their life. What?
Did you ever did you drink it with milk or Vimto? I mean,
water?
milk or
Water.
milk or ginger. Oh, you just diluted it with water?
Yeah. You never did
Oh.
that? I just made it like juice.
No, I would like it with like ginger ale.
That was like upper class,
Yeah,
I was
When I was 5 and my mom for some reason had a martini glass. She was my
with
little
the pinky out. Your
She
bubbly.
mixed me a drink.
You just see your mom like shaking it.
Yo, why did she have that stuff?
It's like, I like it on the rocks.
And there's actually a photo. If I could find it, that'd be so funny if you put it here. But I was drinking my drink in a martini glass.
Why did we have I guess we had a bunch of stuff in the house like that.
Like random things that we shouldn't, but whatever. It was a cute cup. But yeah, anyways. So in that moment, I just felt very like I've never
out of place.
Yeah. And I haven't felt like that in such a long time where I was like, I don't feel right.
I guess this is a good thing because it means like if you don't feel like you should be there, maybe there's a good sign of that. Like, I probably shouldn't be here because you saved yourself from buying something that had, because those things, they have alcohol in it technically. Like it's like when we go to a restaurant, some people I guess they have differing opinions on this, but like for the most part people avoid it. Exactly. When you go to an Italian restaurant, half the stuff they cook is with alcohol. But they say it's burnt out of it.
Yes.
I think there are different opinions on whether or not you can have it if it's burnt out and is no traces of it left, because ultimately most Muslims will like avoid it altogether. Yeah. But it's the same thing. It's the same idea. That's why you don't really see a lot of Muslims go to Italian restaurants.
Yeah, that's fair. Or they'll just say like no wine in the sauce.
Yeah.
They usually put wine to like, I think it either enhances the flavor or something.
Yeah, it's like flavoring, right? Because technically the wine itself actually is like, it's juice. I don't know. Why do they?
I'm pretty sure it's to enhance the other flavors.
Maybe the alcohol does something too.
Yeah, but like you can get the same-ish effect with like apple cider vinegar if you really wanted to. But like that's a little bit more acidic. About cooking,
I'm assuming.
Yeah, today Amir, right? I was telling him that I was eating something and he's like, "You know how to cook? Like you made it." I was like, "That's very rude."
I was very skeptical, guys.
That's a very rude. Okay.
Wait, how far? Shoot, we got to take a break real quick.
All right.
Yeah, we'll be back in a second. What were you? Did we finish what we were last talking about? I completely forgot.
I don't know, but we're back.
Yeah, we're going way too many tangents.
Yeah, I was just saying what my pit was, but my other pit. Okay, let me tell you my other pit. Okay.
Did we explain what pits and peaks are?
We will now, and then can we just reverse the edit?
No,
please.
It's too much work, Sara. Come on now.
Okay, but now okay. We want to give our episodes a little bit of structure. We know that sometimes we can go on these tangents, so we're going to give them their respective times to go on these tangents. We are going to incorporate something called the peak and the pit. I don't know where it originated from. The first time I've heard of it is actually from the Kardashian family. Kim alleges that her father used to, like they would sit around the dining table when they would have dinner. And they would talk about the peak and the pit, like the highlights and the downfalls of their day. Downfalls is so dramatic. Yeah. The not so high points of their day, the low points.
Does everyone have like a low point in the day?
Not always. You could say, you could skip it.
Yeah.
And I think, this was actually suggested to me by Aysha. And she was saying like, you guys kind of already summarize your weeks anyways. Like you should just incorporate that. That way people can feel like they're part of your weeks and part of your lives. And I was like, yeah, that's great advice. Thank you. That's a good suggestion. So we may not have to necessarily call it the peak and the pit. Well, maybe we'll think of a new name for it or something.
No, we're gonna culturally appropriate her, Kim Kardashian, for once. Okay, what?
How are you gonna culturally? It's not nothing to do with
because that's like part of her like upbringing, right?
It's just thing with her dad.
I'm just trying to get back. She's always be taking from us. We got to take some from her.
You don't got to be vindictive. Okay.
I love being vindictive. I can't even say it, but
it's not in your nature. So we're gonna incorporate that into our episodes when we remember, because I feel like sometimes we have other things to talk about, but we will incorporate it. We kind of already do, but now we're gonna like announce it. What was that?
What?
Oh, I thought I saw something.
No, we're good. My face is itchy. Okay, go.
So, Amir already talked about his many pits. His many pits of the week. There's many low points. And another low point for me is, so I got this bed from online. Okay, it looked really cute. I got it from Wayfair. Yeah. And
did a child come in the box?
No.
Oh, okay.
Talking about that old scandal?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was like a really good deal. The bed was like $800, but I got it for $150.
Okay, that's your first red flag.
What do you mean?
$150 for a bed?
Well, $157.
$157? Wait, a bed frame? Or?
Yeah, a bed frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it on the website, it said that it was going to come on Tuesday the 14th.
Yeah.
But I was working from home on Friday, and my mom texted me, and she goes, you have mail. And I was like, LOL, okay, Yahoo. She didn't get my joke. You know, the Yahoo, like, you have mail. Ding.
I didn't get it either until you mentioned it. My bad.
Right.
Okay, it's all good. Continue.
Right, okay. Anyways, I was like, mail? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
She's like, look outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's really creepy, mama. Like, what
Yeah.
do you mean look outside? So we have a Ring camera.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I saw the guy. I don't even know how he delivered it. But like, it was, this box is like so big. It's like the size of like this wall. It was like the size from the green
What?
down. Yeah, it was huge. Because it was basically the headboard, right?
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
width of a
okay,
headboard.
okay, yeah.
It's just sitting on the side of
You
my
left
house.
it outside like that?
Yeah, and didn't ring the doorbell, nothing.
Nah, these
So-
delivery guys are getting way too just
I was
nonchalant.
like, you know what? Like, no one's going to steal this big box.
Yeah,
But then it starts snowing because it was a storm on Friday.
yeah.
So I'm like, damn, no, I got to bring it inside. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's going to get soggy. So the way that I like, it was so heavy. And the way that I was trying to bring it into the house, because it's so awkward that I couldn't even pick it up, was like, I was just trying to push it into the house.
Oh, you like lifted it over onto the door and
And then I just pushed it. Yeah. Anyway,
How'd you get up the stairs?
you think I did that?
You ain't got a man in the house?
I made my brother come over.
Did you?
I was like, I called him over and I was like,
Him and Noah
yeah, I was
get
like,
up
can
together?
you bring it?
Yeah.
Can you bring it upstairs? And like, okay, honestly, I called him because I wanted him to take apart
Yeah.
my
original bed frame?
original bed frame, which I got from IKEA.
Yeah.
And you know what I hate about IKEA furniture?
Those turning things? I know.
I was so mad because I didn't have. There's this like little like thing that you need those. It's like a very small screwdriver looking thing that you need, and it's specifically for
Oh, the Allen key one?
not the Allen key. It's like a tiny little screwdriver looking thing, and a wrench.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a wrench. It's a small one.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyways, I had no like a lot of my office furniture and bedroom furniture is from IKEA, but I'm like, I don't remember even having that little wrench thing. Like, I don't even know how we put it together. Anyways, after like an hour and a half of him looking for it, I found something that was like, it looked like pliers. I'm like, this will do.
Yeah.
And anyways, we figured it out. He disassembled my old frame. He's like, I gotta go.
That's it?
I was like,
Tell me at least he brought the other bed frame up.
well, yeah, I told him, I was like, at least bring it up. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He goes, fine, whatever. So whatever. I didn't build it yesterday. So this morning, when I was trying to build this bed frame, the instruction manual, because I read the instruction manual, had no instructions. It just had a photo of all of the parts that came with the bed.
Yeah.
And it labeled everything.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just told me how to put together the external frame, but nothing else. Like none of the
that's
parts.
it. That's the
no,
only
no.
thing.
There's like it
the
showed
slats?
me the slats. Like you have to drill those in somehow.
No.
Yeah, it says you have to drill them in, but then there's a photo of this thing and it says not included, but you need 24 of them. Why wouldn't you include them if you need 24 of them?
What?
I don't know. It's very confusing.
Okay.
So as I am building the beds, I'm now putting the pegs into the like headboard and the footboard. And let me tell you how dumb I felt. Because I
know what you did.
So I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know the pegs, okay? In the photo, the diagram, the one photo in the friggin' manual, it shows that you have to just like, there's a little circle, plastic washer looking thing. You put it over the peg and then you just like screw it into the bed frame.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I took out the peg from the box, put the plastic washer. I'm like, why is it so difficult to put on the screw? And the screw wasn't a screw. It just looked like a plastic nub. So I'm like, this is...
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
This is a little weird. So I'm like forcing the washer onto the peg. Then I'm trying to push it into the frame.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really, with all my might, like trying to like twist it on.
Well, you didn't think to like reconsider that maybe there's something you're missing here when you have to force something into another.
Then I'm like, something's missing. So I call my mom. I'm like, she's missing. Can you hold this while I screw it on? So halfway in, she's like, that looks like a really weird screw. I'm like, yeah, it does, right? So I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh,
what?
There's a plastic protector over the screw.
You're supposed to take that off the whole time.
But because I was trying so hard to screw it into the frame, the plastic literally like melted onto the So then you know what I used?
What?
The little plier thingies that I used.
Yeah.
I just like use that to like basically peel it off. Yeah.
Could you reuse it afterwards? Yeah, because you just needed the screw, right?
Yeah. So it like peeled off the little plastic thingy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God, I'm so dumb. Like, this is how you know I don't.
So that's why you were late today, Sara?
Because it took me so long. I basically had to like guess what the rule, like what the.
It took you like 5 hours.
Yeah, and I was so mad at myself because I'm like,
bed frame.
I'm not even done. I still didn't figure out to do, because you know why?
It's 4 pieces.
Because I don't have I don't think you have to use a screw. You know the electrical screwdrivers? What are those called?
A drill?
Yes.
Yeah. It could be called electrical drill too, I guess. Yeah, no, yeah. Okay.
So I need one of those because I need to use that to drill the slats into the frame.
I don't think you're supposed to use drills on, unless this is like maybe because for IKEA furniture you don't use it, but this is not IKEA, right?
Yeah, it's Wayfair.
So yeah, maybe Wayfair is different, but I know for IKEA you never have to use a drill.
But now I'm thinking like there's a part missing, so I can't even put it together.
What do you mean there's a part missing?
I'll take a picture of it when I get home.
The slats or whatever. Yeah, show it to me.
It's weird. And you know what it is?
Yeah.
You know those wooden small pegs for IKEA furniture? Those little wooden ones? The photo looks like that, and it's saying you need 24 of those.
Was it a used? Oh, it was a used box, wasn't it?
No.
But you got it on sale. That usually means it's a used box.
No, it wasn't used. Because usually they'll have like an open box
There's a reason
sale.
they gave it to you for like 90% off or whatever you got it for.
I don't know.
Yeah, but then again, you can always get those extra parts at like IKEA if it fits the same thing. They have like
it's
a place
not IKEA
for extra
furniture
parts.
though, no?
Yeah, but they all use the same similar parts, right? No, does it not look the same?
I don't know.
Send me a photo when you get home.
Send you a photo.
Yeah, send me a photo when you get home.
I don't know what it is. It doesn't even say what it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, my pit was that I realized like I'm not a handyman. I'm not Bob the Builder. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
No, a lot of people aren't really the most. I love doing that kind of stuff.
Like I figured out most of it.
Yeah.
And then I was mad because I'm like, why didn't I just tell Amir to come over in the morning?
Yeah. No.
You would have done it if I gave you like
honestly, I would have done it if it meant that we could have recorded earlier.
But my plan all along was to come here, record, and then go to the airport.
See? And that's all messed up now, too.
I know.
Oh,
but it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, did you have any peaks this week?
I'm trying to think of like peaks. Honestly, it was just like pits. I didn't even I didn't even like make some of my lifts this week. Like I was supposed to do squats for like a certain weight for like 10 reps. And just that day I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
And I literally only did like for 5 reps. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? Exactly.
I get those. I get that.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like switching gyms because like LA Fitness is not it anymore. But yeah, it's just all pits, man. Like there are peaks. Peaks for me, are like just regular things.
Let's hear it.
Like go on my walk. Go on my walk.
You know what? Walks are exempt from being a peak.
Why?
Although, I do have to say, I was talking to one of my friends who's also like a nutritionist. Shout out to Marwa if she's listening to this.
Yeah.
She's my nutritionist too. But I was telling her, I'm like, I'm so over winter because I genuinely just miss like the walks in nature. Yeah. Like more than what it does for your physical health. Like it's a mental thing.
Exactly. That's why I tell people, even my mom, I tell everyone, no matter what the weather, just go outside.
The weather does affect
just go outside and like take in like just the feeling of being outside, the weather.
I know I miss it
when you're in a natural environment, no matter how harsh it is, you just feel more like connected.
You know what, Amir?
You know what I mean?
You know what?
What?
In the summer,
yeah.
Let's make a promise right here, right now. Yeah. We're gonna go on a cousin connection hike.
Okay.
Wait, I get to pick the hike. No, because you're gonna take us back to that deadly one in. I don't even remember where was it.
It was such an evil laugh. Muskoka. I know it is.
It wasn't Muskoka.
Yeah, it was.
We didn't go as far as Muskoka.
Yeah, it was 3 hours out of the city.
Yeah, you're right.
Algonquin Park. Yeah.
That's not Muskoka.
Yeah, it is.
Algonquin Park.
It was Muskoka. We literally had the Muskoka tag. Remember, we had to go to the thingamajig and get the thingamajig.
The desk?
The parking area thing. Yeah, it's part of Muskoka.
Yeah. Anyways, you guys heard it first.
We'll go to Muskoka, but we won't do like the same trail.
We should do a cottage. Maybe.
What?
In Muskoka.
Yeah, we should do another cottage trip. We already did one. Why not do another?
When Aysha and her husband, now we can say it, when they come here. When they come here.
I was so surprised. Oh, sorry. I was moving on another tangent. I was so surprised I never let that slip.
You did the first time.
Did I? When?
The first time.
When did I let it slip?
I don't know if we can say this on camera though.
Why?
Remember because I didn't get to LA.
Be very vague.
When you guys first got to LA.
Yeah.
and they picked you guys up
Yeah.
and you asked if they moved in. That was before the girls too.
Oh, but they were gonna figure it out.
No, they knew about him. They just
Yeah.
didn't know that like they were married yet.
But then she mentioned it like a 2
Yeah, but
seconds
she
later.
wanted to tell them.
No, but I don't think they caught on.
They did.
I don't think they
They
did.
did.
Did they? Yeah. Oh shit.
They were like they were confused. They're like, why would they move in?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh shoot. I'm sorry about that. Hey, but it was like, okay, I let it slip for like 10 minutes before it was supposed to be.
That was the only time I think that you actually said that.
Yeah. There were times
Really?
where I almost did.
When?
Like, no, just like in random conversations and stuff. Honestly, you know what's funny? I was at like a nikah for someone the other day, and I was there with Hassan. And I'm not, wallahi, I was literally about to let it slip.
What did she not post
him
it
and
by
no,
then?
him and we were sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
And I almost let it slip. And then like I had to like end whatever we were talking about like abruptly just so I didn't like mention it. Because like
Didn't she
the
post
way
it by
that it was
then?
leading, I'm getting to that, right? So I almost let it slip. And then like 5 minutes later, I pull up my phone, I put up Instagram, literally it's her post. And I was like, oh yeah, so what I was about to tell you, she's actually married. So it worked out perfectly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so, you know, because I'm notorious for like just being so oblivious to like what I should and should not be saying at a certain amount of time.
We actually
Or a certain
featured him
time and place.
indirectly in our podcast and an episode.
He's always been there. He was in our podcast.
Yeah, but I don't think people they didn't realize that.
Yeah,
who
like
he
if you
was.
go back to the podcast where
We were in LA.
we were in LA and we were doing the
Hijabi talks.
the Hijabi
one.
Talks video.
Yeah, he's in the
where you
beginning.
guys do it at the beginning when I like do the pan. He's literally the first guy you see there, and then like he's also talking, and I guess because without seeing them next to each other, and you just think it's another guy, right? I think there's even one post that she made or someone made.
I made it.
You made it.
I accidentally.
Where literally he's on the last slide, like
I
sitting next
accidentally like tagged him at first.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should probably untag him before
Yeah.
everyone finds out. But yeah, so when they're here, we should probably go do another cottage trip.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I really liked the last one.
Yeah.
Speaking of cottage.
What? Oh, the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still working on that video, guys.
It's coming and it's really cool. And
Yeah.
we're trying to figure out like
It's
how to
because
make
like
it the best that it could be. I
yeah,
guess.
the thing is that like I could have probably had it done in like a week, but like that inner artiste and that inner perfectionist in me always wants to make a little bit of a change. Like I have to stop myself from making or starting certain things I start doing in the editing style, because I know that once I start doing it, I'm gonna have to do it for the rest of the video,
Yeah.
and it's gonna double and triple the time. So, you know,
That's true.
yeah, you guys will get it soon.
It's
okay,
coming
I'll
soon.
tell you. Yeah.
Hopefully by Ramadan.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it, you know, at least like something interesting, or we're trying to make it something interesting to like watch and listen to at the same time. I don't know. It's just
I also think like every time I watch a different draft of it, because we've seen a couple different versions of it now.
yeah.
It also is like giving me ideas for like the next time that we do a vlog, like
Yeah.
what our style is going to be. Like, are we the type to like talk in our videos? Are we the type to just capture what's happening in the moment and then narrate it later? Like
Yeah.
because we are both not vloggers, which is ironic. Like we've been in several vlogs with Aysha,
Yeah.
but we've never been the one that had to vlog.
Yeah.
So I think like we're also trying to discover like what our style is, like
Yeah.
what works for us.
Yeah. Hot take.
Hot take.
I'm a better vlogger than Gizman or Aysha. Okay? You know how many times...
Why do you say that?
Y'all don't know this from behind the scenes. You know how many times I have to remind Aysha? I keep saying...
I used to remind her too, though.
Every time I have to remind
I'd be
her
like, "Ooh, this is a good thing to vlog." And she's
to
like,
vlog.
"Yeah, yeah."
Okay? Or we'll be like, finish the meal, and I'll be like, did you record it? She's like, I completely forgot.
But you know what though? I think over time,
Yeah.
her vlog style has changed. It
Yeah.
has evolved.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like I look back on like the ones from the like when she still lived here, and I'm like, oh my god, she was so unhinged. Like we kept that in, we let her keep
Yeah.
that in there. Like yikes, you know. And I think now it's more of a structured
Yeah.
type of video.
Yeah. I feel like what's his name? Casey Neistat kind of made everyone like up their game. Because he like I watched this video, and you even saw me mention this whenever we were talking about the edit. I'm like, he mentioned how like every video, no matter how small or big it is, should have like some type of arc or like some type of like you know how movies they have
the climax or whatever
part 1, part 2, and part 3. What do they call that? Like the beginning, middle, and ending. There's a certain word for it, right? But like there's like a certain like arc that story is going through. But no matter what the video is about, it should have something that like keeps the person engaged throughout the whole thing, and like there's some type of climax at the end that they're looking forward to. So you know, that's what I'm trying to look for. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, we this was like our first time vlogging. I don't think we've vlogged much after. Like I did the Jonas Brothers thing, but also like I don't know if I want to post that.
Yeah, because we never really had like a big outing like that afterwards, right? We probably could have if we actively.
We had several outings. We just didn't vlog it.
Yeah.
We're in case you guys haven't realized, like I think this stands for both of us. We're very much like in the moment type of people.
Yeah, exactly.
But we hear you guys, and you guys told us that you want us to vlog, so you know, you ask, and we're gonna have to deliver. So
we'll work out something.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, give it another 6 months, and you might get a second one.
No, we'll definitely vlog before then. Like,
yeah.
This cousin connection hike, honestly, I'm kind of low-key regretting it now. But like, we'll probably vlog that.
We did do it. Like, actually, we did that one in September, but we should do one like right when it starts to warm up, like in springtime.
Like April. If it's not rainy.
Yeah, it's fine. It's raining. You're gonna be in trees. The trees are your natural umbrellas. Okay.
The last time we went on the hike, it also rained, and that's what caused the mess.
Did it rain?
Yeah, that's why it was so slippery.
Barely.
It rained like the day
before or something like that.
But it was like muddy and stuff.
Yeah, okay, we'll watch out for that, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, you're trying to be But we'll all get our Vessi. Oh, I mean, we're not sponsored by it, but like if you want to sponsor us, I'm just saying Vessi.
Vessi, I'm going to reach out to y'all. Because you know what?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick if they sponsored that video.
Yeah, because they're waterproof shoes. I really don't want to advertise for a company.
Yeah, fine. Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
But they have sick shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Hiking shoes too. Okay, whatever.
Do they have hiking shoes?
Yeah. Well, like all their shoes are waterproof, so like.
I'm reaching out to them. Do they have good grip?
Yeah, they have really good grip too. I've used them throughout the whole winter.
Really?
Yeah.
But like, do they keep your feet warm?
Yeah. It's feet warm.
That's pretty sick.
No wetness at all. Anything. Perfect.
All right. So I'll reach out to them.
Yeah.
So you know how we previously did the whole anonymous confessions thing?
Yeah.
But like most people just asked us questions.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is, so as you guys know, we have an email address. Some people have been able to find it on our Instagram. But why? I know that I just mentioned, am I the a-hole from Reddit?
Yeah.
But like, send us your stories, because you guys have really good ones. Okay. And and they're not anonymous, because people DM me directly from their own pages.
Yeah.
And they tell me their stories, and I'm like, yo, can I share this?
Yeah.
And usually they're like, no. But for those of you that would like to share, I promise you we will keep it anonymous. Even if we know you, that's okay. We won't judge. But like, email us.
Yeah.
I think our email is cousinconnectionpod@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I'm put it up if
put it up here. I'll keep it in the description of this video as well. But like, send us some stories, and maybe like once every 2 months or something, I'll compile some of the crazy things that you guys send us.
Yeah.
And we will read it anonymously, and then we'll decide.
That works. And I will actually have it filtered, because the issue before is that we didn't filter.
Yeah.
So now if we filter, I feel like we'll find like we'll be able to filter in the good stuff, or keep in the good stuff.
Like, don't email us questions. Like, if you have questions, just ask.
Yeah.
But most of the questions are is Amir single?
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? But like, when you're emailing us, there's also no character limit. So send us, like,
Are there character limits for like regular messages?
Well, they send it through that app called NGL.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I think you have a certain limit of characters. So
yeah.
So yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to mention. So do that, guys. We're waiting for them.
Yeah. I was gonna mention one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
We can maybe close off on this. Is in regards to beds.
Okay.
And like parents.
Yeah.
But like, this guy said the most true statement. He's like, if you ever buy anything, if you still live with your parents, and you saw this, I know you saw this.
No.
If you ever buy anything, you always have to cut that price by 60 or 50%.
That's That's true.
Yeah. Like, I bet you your parents don't know or actually, because you got a good deal, they know the price.
Yeah,
probably.
I proudly told them.
Yeah, but like, if you buy something for like something you think is slightly more expensive and you know how they're gonna react, you're cutting that price by like 50%.
100%.
But like, the dude, he bought a bed too, right?
Yeah.
He's like, I needed a bed, and he's like, you know, I'm gonna go all out.
Yeah.
He spent like a good couple bands on this bed, right?
Damn.
And when he got it home, he put it in with everything, and his dad saw him, and he's like, oh, how much you buy it for? It's like, oh, you know, like 800 or whatever, right? He cut that price down a lot, right?
How much was it?
It's like a couple bands, like 2,000.
What kind of bed did he buy?
It was expensive. It was expensive.
Oh.
And then of course his dad sits on it. He's like, oh, this is a nice bed, right? He's like,
can you buy me one?
Buy me one. He said the way his heart dropped, and he knew what his bank account was saying. It's like, there's no way he knew how to buy. And when he was making this TikTok, he was in his car trying to figure out how he's gonna get out of this, right? And of course, like, what would your solution be to that? If your parents were like, okay, buy me one then. And I'll like, no, you know what his dad did actually? He put the money in his account. He's like, oh, it was that much? He put the money in his account and told him, okay, I put the money in your account, now buy me it with that money I gave you.
Oh, I would have just taken the L and bought it. That's what I get for lying.
For the amount that guy bought that bed for?
Yeah, I would just
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would. If I actually,
yeah,
I would have just fessed up. Like, you know what? It was 800 times 3 or times 2, whatever. I would tell them the truth.
You'd fess up?
Yeah.
You're giving way too easily, man.
I do.
Nah, you're a rookie. Okay, you're supposed to say.
What would you do?
It's sold out. I got the last one. That's what half the comments were saying.
That's funny.
I would have said the same. I have said the same thing, man. But that's so true. Like, when he said that, literally everything in my room, my parents think is like half the price that I actually got it for.
Your shit's expensive.
Of course, I'm like a computer enthusiast, right?
Yeah.
All that stuff is like multiple thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
But they think it's like $500 at most.
Okay, you know what? I'm such a bad liar.
Yeah.
That even my prices are not believable.
It's like, you get a new computer, it's like, how much? Like $20, you know?
I told my
got
mom.
on Facebook Marketplace.
I bought a computer.
Yeah.
She's like, I was like, $50. And then
It's like,
she's like 50.
It's like handmade wood, not handmade wood, but like hand finished wood or whatever.
I was literally like, I realized then, I'm like, wow, I'm a really bad liar. Like, I don't even know how much things go
I wonder
for.
if they know that we're lying to them.
Sometimes she knows and she calls me out.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, my answer now,
Yeah.
if I know something's expensive, she'll be like, how much did you pay for this? I'm like, honestly, don't ask questions that you don't want the answer to. Like, just don't do it. Why are you going to hurt your own heart?
Yeah. Exactly, man. You don't want your heart brain, or what do you call it, not heart brain. You don't want your heart rate to go up, so just don't ask questions. You know?
Exactly. Just appreciate it.
Exactly.
If I get you something, I've bought her a perfume, she'll be like, how much did you pay for this? Like, why do you want to know?
Yeah.
Why do you want to know?
I'm just saying, it's an investment, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's all about the ROI.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what ROI is?
Yeah.
Why did I laugh so hard? Okay, you got it there.
I was like, what does it stand for again?
I don't know why I laughed so hard there.
You know, when you mentioned the bed thing,
Yeah.
I actually remembered something else.
What?
And I literally, like, when I caught my dad doing it, I was like, oh my God, it's true. That meme is true.
What?
Before he left to the States,
Yeah.
he was looking for his passport, and you won't believe what he did.
What? Did it?
No. He went to his room.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they all do this, but he lifted his mattress, and you know, they like hold it on their head. And he was looking, and I was like, yo, why do you guys all do this?
I don't know what it is about that. And why is it all cultures? Like, it's
But
pretty universal.
it's the way that they let the mattress rest on their head.
Yeah.
He did that. And I started laughing so hard that I pulled up the meme from
You should have
Salam
taken a
Central.
picture of it. Why'd you take a picture of it?
Because he would have killed me if he became a meme.
Oh, it would have, honestly, it's worth the price to me. Okay.
But it was just so funny.
Yeah.
And as I was telling him, like, I'm like in tears because I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, it's true. Like, I saw this on Salam Central and I was telling him about it. And then he started laughing when he like realized what I was talking about. He looked up, he's like, yeah. So that's what I was thinking. That's what I thought you mentioned. But yeah.
Okay, so now that we've gone down memory lane here, guys, or I think it's a good time to end the podcast here, okay? So again, remember to subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all our socials. Cousin Connection Pod on most of them for the most part. Just search Cousin Connection Podcast.
And don't forget to email us your scenarios.
Exactly. Don't forget to email us. And we'll see y'all next week, inshallah. Okay? I'll talk later. Bye.
I mean, hi, Boba Haji.